Of our 5-day Create an Oily Life challenge. So we're going to talk about today about oily basics, and I am going to explain what that is in a little bit. But before we do any of that, let's go through some housing basics. And before you guys jump on, I want to tell you a little bit about, not only about myself, but those of you who don't know me and who've never heard of who I am, so that way you know why I should be the one teaching you about essential oils. I want to get to know you a little bit, and then we're going to jump into the topic. First and foremost, I want to have fun with you. Let's have a party. Let's have this to be one of those exciting party times. So while we're waiting for other people to jump on, what I would like you to do, go get yourself some drink, glass of wine, coffee, tea, whatever you fancy. I happen to have some green water, but I need to be sober to be able to do this with you and to share the information that I'm about to share with you. But you can actually have fun, and I'm gonna have fun too, but we can have fun together. So this is gonna be exciting. I'm nervous and I'm pumped because I'm officially breaking my virginity with this first Facebook Live. So with that said, let's get started. Whoever you are on the Facebook Live, let me know where you're from. Are you here? Give me some hearts. Let me know that you're on, that you can hear me properly, and that you can see me just fine. So I know I'm good with my setup. And we can actually do this in a way that's enjoyable not only for me but also for you. So let's do this. Hi Lukasz, hi Kat. Exciting to have you here. So before we get onto the topic of oily basics, I would like to give you a little bit of a disclaimer so that you know who you're dealing with and also you know where I'm coming from. So my disclaimer that I want to give you is I'm not a medical doctor and I am not a licensed aromatherapist. Everything that we're going to talk today about, it's going to be coming from my personal experience. I have been using essential oils for the past 17 years. And it's going to be everything, all the information, all the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you is just going to be based on simply that. If you're looking for a certified aromatherapist and that's your gig, then I'm probably not your person. And, well, for sure I'm not your person. If you don't like to have fun also, I'm not your person. And if you're looking for somebody who is actually polite, probably I'm not your person either. Because here and there I have a tendency to use curse words. I like to have fun. I'm not too polite or too proper. So this is something that I wanted to be clear and upfront about. All right, who else do we got here? Monica. Hi, Monica. Thank you. I'm so excited that I sound good, I look good, and we're gonna have fun together. Are you ready for this? So, before we get to the topic of oily basics, also give me some shout out where you actually are here from. What part of the country are you here from? Or are you here from another country? Let us know. I want to know where I'm speaking to people from. People, where are you from? Are you from New York? Are you from California? Are you from another country? Are you from Colombia? Are you from England? Whatever. Probably England, no, because it's too late over there. People are probably sleeping already. But in any case, before we're gonna get to the oily basics, let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm gonna share with you a little bit of my story because this is how I actually got to use essential. We are back on. Oh my god, this is my first thing and I don't know what to do. So anyways, but here we are. Hopefully this will not be happening. In any case, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. So who else we have? Hi Russ. So I used to sort of live in the hospital, been through a lot of medical procedures, been on a lot of medications, and because of it, my childhood was sort of, let's call it a sucky childhood because of my experiences in the hospital. And then when I came to United States about a year and a half after I came here, I found a lump in my breast. And that was a place for me where I started to look at what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And what it put me to a place where I actually started to start looking for natural options. And one of those options and one of those solutions were essential oils. I didn't really know at the time a lot about essential oils, but I was really willing to try and do anything. That's the place I was at. And because of it, well, I started looking for other things other than the medical office, the doctor's pills, to be able to take care of myself. How I got to start using essential oils was I met this girl while I was studying energy work, and she told me about the company. And at the time I was already using essential oils for about a year, but she told me, you have to check this out. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm already using essential oils. And she says, these are different. And I was like, how different can they be? And she says, come to this lecture and you're going to learn a thing or two about that. So I was like, okay. So I ended up going to this lecture with her. And what ended up happening there was the guy who was actually presenter at the lecture, they had us experience the oils. And when he came to me and he happened to put a drop of essential oil into my hand, what ended up happening was I could feel the energy of an oil, and I was like, oh my God, what is this? I've been using oils for about a year now, and none of the oils I have at home are doing that. I was like, I knew right away that there was something special about these oils, and I wanted to learn more, and I was engaged, and I wanted to get some. So everything since then, it's sort of a history. And this happened like 18 years ago or 17 years ago. I lost track already of the time. Not my strong suit. In any case, this is what had happened to me. And I consider this experience to be a gift, and I want to share that with you, and I want to share some information with you about how you can start incorporating essential oils into your day-to-day life, and how you can have fun with them, and how they can really enhance every experience you have, because that's what they have done for me, that's what they have done for my clients. And I'm handsy, because I think I was Italian in my past life. This is what had happened, and this is what I want to pass on to you. So I hope you are going to have fun with me tonight. I want to share some things that maybe you didn't know about before, and we're going to start from the beginning because I want you to start creating a foundation. So if you're new to essential oils, I want you to start from scratch, where you know how to safely and effectively navigate essential oils. If you actually dabbed into essential oils before, I want you to have a way to be able to learn something new and deepen your understanding and your knowing of essential oils. So does that sound like fun? Is it something you're interested in? Give me some hearts, give me some yeses. Tell me that this is what you're up to and this is what you want to learn with me. Because we're gonna get on with our learning about the essential oil basics. So, essential oil basics. So what we're going to cover today, I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview what we are going to actually cover. So we're going to cover about what essential oils are, how you can start using them. We're going to dabble a little bit or more than a little bit about essential oil safety, what to watch out for, what to stay away from, and how to really navigate the world of essential oils in a way that's safe and effective for you. Then I'm going to share with you how to really start knowing what the real deal is when it comes to essential oils, because not all essential oils are created equal. I'm going to tell you that right now. I found out the hard way. So you can actually have some kind of guiding system for yourself where you know what to really. Thank you guys for the hearts and thank you for all the icons. I don't know how to navigate all of them, but I am learning, so bear with me here. I'm gonna have a sip of water. I'm still a little bit congested, so don't mind me. And on top of everything, I got my period, so I'm like a double whammy, so to speak. I know that may be TMI for you, but here it is. I'm trying to navigate all that. So, I'm gonna pull up my trusty notes, and I'm gonna make sure that I cover everything that I had prepared for you, so that you have all the foundation in place. So, I want to know first, before we get into, and whenever I tell you about what oils are and how to use them and all that, I want to know how many of you that are actually online here with me live have had experience with essential oils. So please give me some thumbs up hearts if you already used essential oils, because I want to know what I'm dealing with here. And I want to know if you are new to essential oils or if you actually have used them before and already have had some experiences with them. So let me know where you at. Where you guys at? You've already used essential oils, or you're new to them and you've never used them before, so are you a newbie or a virgin essential oil user? So some of you have already used essential oils. Okay, great. So we have already some newbies. I don't see anybody who is a newbie here, so you guys are putting some hearts and some signs that you actually use essential oils. Great. Okay, so let's now start with what actually essential oils are, if I get through this. So I'm going to give you the hard definition, or not the hard definition, the serious definition of essential oils. And now you have to look into my notes because to say that this is a tongue tire. So essential oils are volatile organic liquid compounds that have been actually extracted from different parts of the plant, like the fruit, the flowers, the leaves, the seeds, the fruit rind, the root, my roots I already said, bark, etc. So, so this is the serious definition of essential oils. And most of the essential oils are actually steam distilled and they're highly concentrated. So when it comes to essential oils, what you want to remember, little goes a long way. So if you knew or you just started using essential oils, remember that little goes a long way. More is not always better, especially when it comes to essential oils, because they're highly concentrated. Okay, and especially if they're pure and high quality, it especially goes to say with that little goes a long way. So like that says, what is my definition of essential oils? My definition, this is my personal definition, so you are here, you wanted to learn from me, here I am, so I am going to share my own definition with you. This is how I do things. I always say everything, my style, my way. So my definition of essential oils, they're powerful, living, frequency-filled magical substances. To me they are. I've experienced a set of essential oils and I want to pass it on to you. Why do I think that? They have a tendency to actually, because they are, to me, the essential oils are alive, and because of that, they have a tendency to be deep, and the more you use essential oils, the better your experience, and the more in depth that you get, the more you get to know them. When I first heard of essential oils, I had no clue about what essential oils are actually, oh my god, what essential oils are capable of. But because I have used them in 18 years, I have learned over a period of time that essential oils can be quite powerful, quite deep, and quite transformative. And I have experienced it not only in my own personal and professional life, but I also experienced it with many people, whether it be with my family, with my personal friends and close friends, and also with my clients. So why I think that essential oils are powerful and why I think they are transformative. Because essential oils are one of those substances that can do many things at the same time. I call essential oils multidimensional. What do I mean when I say multidimensional? Multidimensional means that they can do many things and they have many purposes. And they work on many levels. So multidimensional, multi-purpose. Multidimensional and multi-purpose means that they work on mental level, on emotional level, on a spiritual level, and physical level. I don't know of any other substance that can work in this many levels at the same time. One oil we're talking about, not many oils, one oil. And every oil has this kind of capability. That's number one. And number two, multi-purpose. I don't know of any other substance known to man that can actually work as cleaner for your kitchen, for your bathroom, that can clean your air, that can support your immune system, that can soothe your aching muscles, and at the same time can spiritually calm you and help you to meditate. I mean, do you? I don't. If you know of anything else that actually functions this way, please comment into comments, and I want to know what it is, because in my experience, essential oils are the only thing that actually are capable of doing this, that I have been able to figure it out. So, pretty cool, no? Don't you think? Give me some hearts. Tell me you think this is cool, because I do think this is cool. And that's powerful, because you are able to utilize in many different ways in your personal and your professional life essential oils. And I'm going to tell you some other things that you can actually use essential oils for, and why that is exciting, because to me essential oils are tools that enable you to take power back into your own hands. And to me, priceless. So how are you liking this so far? Is this interesting to you? Also, I want to let you know that you're going to be able to ask questions as we go. I'm going to cover the topics, so save your questions, and you're going to be able to ask me after we cover the content. So, multidimensional, multi-purpose essential oils. Also, what I love about essential oils and why I think that they're powerful is because they work fast. You don't need to wait a long period of time. Thank you. That's amazing. You don't need to wait. You don't need to wait a long period of time before you actually see results with essential oils. They work pretty fast, and they are powerful because of it. So it's not gonna take a long time for you to experience the benefit of essential oils if you use them. So let's say if you have an aching tummy and you ate too much and you feel bloated, and you use, for example, peppermint, you can feel relief pretty much instantly, right away. You don't need to wait a long period of time to see the actual relief of your tummy. If you have aching muscles and you use essential oils, you're gonna see and feel the benefit of essential oils quite immediately. I mean, this is how essential oils work, and this is why they're amazing. Their ability to work fast. The other thing that's really great is because essential oils work fast, but the longer you use them, or the more you build a relationship with them, but I'm calling like as if with the live person, because I see essential oils as alive things, as alive. So when you build a relationship with them, the deeper you go, and this might be like, what is she talking about? I know, it's crazy. But the longer you use essential oils, the better the use and the benefits get. So the more deeper, yeah, you know, this English is my second language, that's why I talk like this. The deeper you get with the essential oils and their relationship with you and your relationship with them. And initially you think that essential oils are something that just smells nice, but it goes way, 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 way beyond that. So that's why I think essential oils are so powerful. So now, let's get into how to use essential oils. So there are three major ways to use essential oils. The first way is aromatically. Aromatically, what does that mean? You mean smelling essential oils. And I want to actually encourage you right now, if you have any essential oils on you, go get them. Really, go get them. Let's have an experience. For those of you who don't have any essential oils on you, that's fine, don't worry about it. In day 3, I'm going to talk to you about how you can get some if you so desire and choose to. But for right now, you're still going to have an experience. But if you do have essential oils on your person, in the environment you're in, go get them. And we're going to actually apply and put some on. So this is how easy it is to actually benefit from essential oils aromatically. Watch me. Here's what we do. Peppermint. My favorite essential oil. I call this my drug of choice. Put in your comments below, what are some of your favorite essential oils? I want to know. This is mine. So this is how you do this. This is how easy and simple and effective this is. Okay, so you just put 1 or 2 drops of essential oils into your hand. Let me just close the bottle. And then what you do is you just go with your finger 3 times clockwise to activate the oil. And this is what I usually do. I put it in the back of my neck. Cup your nose and breathe in deeply 3 times. My whole body is like, ah, state of bliss. Oh my god, I love this. I call peppermint liquid energy, but we're gonna cover that on day 3. So get ready for that. I will give you some specifics about most used essential oils, which peppermint is really one of them. Anyways, so here we have it. Right? Monica says the essential oil starts speaking to her. It's awesome. Bergamot and sage. Awesome. Love those too. Clary sage I'm not really big fan of. I threw up once from them and I used it years ago. So yeah, don't like that one. Left a bad taste in my mouth. But sage, yes. So tell me, what else? Some of you outside of Monica. What else? What kind of oils that you like? What are your favorite oils? Me, number 2, peppermint. For number 1, peppermint. Peppermint is like, if I don't have it, I feel nervous. I feel like a druggie. New addiction, Lucas? Yes? Okay, peppermint oil? Great. Oh my god, this oil just does it for me. I don't know. I think because I have intense personality, I resonate with intense oils. And yeah, I guess me match with energy. So yeah, this is how it works for me. My second actually favorite oil is frankincense. And frankincense just does the opposite for me. When I'm feeling very frazzled and when I'm just all over the place and ungrounded, frankincense just grounds my ass and makes me feel calm and peaceful, and it makes me feel like everything's gonna be okay. And I love the smell as well, so I use it in a lot of my skin products and also when meditating. But anyways, any of you have experience with frankincense? Like it? Don't like it? I know some people who are like, frankincense amazing, and there's some people like, no, thank you. That smells too much like church. Reminds me of my childhood. I don't like it. Can you relate? People tell me like, oh, those are the things. I grew up as an atheist, so I cannot relate to this, but a lot of the people who grew up in Catholic church, they tell me, well, yeah, it reminds me of the thing when we went to church and they were doing the, I guess I want to say saging, but like clearing of the energy. And they did it with frankincense and myrrh. This is what a lot of people associate with it. And if they have negative experiences with it growing up in a church, they're probably going to have negative experience with frankincense oil. What about lemon oil, Marta? If you want to know about lemon oil, I will talk about lemon oil on day 3. We're going to talk specifically about lemon oil. But I love lemon oil as well. So here we go. What else? Okay, so now I'm gonna get stuck in reading your comments, guys, and I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, we're behind. Okay, so I told you about what essential oils are, and I talked to you about using essential oils aromatically. What I think that you might not know about, or I don't actually think that you know about this, but you may. I'm maybe underestimating you. But what I think it's so powerful about using essential oils aromatically today is this: your sense of smell is the only sense that is directly connected with your brain, particularly with the part of your brain that's called limbic system. And limbic system, some people call it the primitive brain. But why I think this is powerful is because limbic system, it's also your emotional nervous system. So it manages and it actually alters your emotions. It also navigates your motivation, your creativity, everything that you haven't processed in your life throughout your childhood, throughout your adulthood, whatever you weren't able to digest in some way, shape, or form, it gets stored in your limbic system. Why I think you should be interested about this? Well, let me tell you why. Because all of us have this intense association with smells, whether be it positive or negative. So let me give you an example of why I think this is powerful and how you can start using this in regards to essential oils in your limbic system in your day-to-day life. So let's say you grew up with your grandmother living close by and she used to bake you cookies. And now the smell of these cookies had a specific type of scent that you associated your grandmother with. Now, you are an adult, this was happening in your childhood, maybe you live in Poland or in Slovakia, where I'm from, or wherever you grew up, and now you live in New York. And now, all of a sudden, one day you're just walking down the street, and out of nowhere comes this scent that smells exactly like your grandmother's cookie baking. And within 2 seconds, I mean, that's how fast this works. This scent is going to transform you into that part of your childhood that you experienced when you were, let's say, 6 years old. And you're going to feel the same things you felt then, and you're going to see the picture, and you're going to associate the people that you were with at that time. And within a matter of 3-4 seconds, you're going to find yourself in that same experience in your head and in your body and in your energy. Can you relate to what I'm saying and what I'm talking about? Do you have these kind of experiences? Because when I talk to people, they're like, oh my God, yes, I know what that feels like. I have this. And so a lot of people have positive experiences with certain scents and then some negative experiences with certain scents. So can you relate? Give me some hearts or give me some signs that you know what I'm talking about. I'm waiting. Okay, somebody knows what I'm talking about. Cool. So now, why is this important? Because essential oils have a scent to them, and your sense of smell is connected to your limbic system, where all your unprocessed stuff lies, hangs out, lives. You get to reverse engineer this experience. How you can do that? By, if you are any specific place, you're experiencing some negative emotions, you're having a rough day, things are not going nowhere, and you're feeling a certain way and you don't like it and you don't know how to navigate that or how to be with that. So you can use any essential oil that you have positive association with, and you can actually affect the mood and your energy, and you can shift it within a couple seconds. So just the same way that a certain smell that you have association with affects you, and you get transformed into that place, you can use it the other way around. So you can reverse engineer it. And how you reverse engineer it? By taking an oil, just like I did before, just like this. You take it, you open the bottle, you put some on your hand, you cup your nose, you smell it 3 times, you put it in the back of your neck. And then you're going to notice that within 2-3 seconds, your mood and your energy will shift. And to me, this is very, I cannot emphasize this enough. This is very powerful because it puts the power of what's going on with you into your own hands. And to me, I'm all about that. Maybe like, I remember when I was sick and I didn't know what the hell to do. And I was in a place where I'm like, oh, just please somebody show me something that I can do where I can put the control back into my own hands, whether it be about my own health or about my own life. Okay, so, sorry. Bye, Monica. I will see you later. So anyways, this is how you can actually start using, in a simple way, essential oils to change your energy, to change your emotions, and to really shift your frequency. And if you start to use this on a regular basis, and it's that simple, just by smelling an oil. And also, I want to tell you, but I was gonna tell you about this later, but I'm gonna tell you now. One of the easiest and fastest way to affect your emotions, I don't know why this is, I don't know the scientific part about it, but this is from using the essential oils for this long, is that if you wanna alleviate quickly any type of emotion or any type of state or any type of energy from your body and from your energy, this is what you can do. You put the oil into your hand, you smell it, you breathe it in, and then the second thing you do, you put 1 or 2 drops sorry, you put 1 or 2 drops on your hands, on the tip of your fingers, and I'm going to show you this. You're going to rub your ears. I happen to have big ears, so I can show you this so you can see it. And you're not going to put oils into your ear, but you're going to put it on the crevices of your ear, and you're going to basically give yourself an ear massage. This is how, like, just like this, like I'm showing you. And then also behind your ears. Ears, for some reason, respond very well to emotional stuff. Go figure. Try it. See how it works for you. One of the things that I find it amusing about essential oil is that you won't know how they impact you until you actually test it out. So this is about aromatic use of essential oils. Why ears? Because ears have wider reflex points. That's number one. And for some reason, I don't know why it is. When I was in school, they told us, Luca's asking, like, why ears? Well, when I was in school and I was studying energy, they told us 3 things. That your hands are your present, your feet are your past, and your ears are your future. I don't know how that relates, but this is what comes up for me. And I just know that whenever I put oil on my ears, when I'm in an emotional place and I breathe them in and I put the drop in my hand, it just like works like magic. Try it out and see what it does for you. I don't know if everybody responds the same way, but I've seen it with other people as well. So, test it out. Let me know how it works. I want to hear. I want to try out some oil, but do it with oil that actually works that has calming effect on you. Because you want to use an oil because, for example, peppermint oil is stimulating. It has energy. It gives you energy. Like I said, I call it liquid coffee. So if you wanted to calm your ass down and you wanted to like be more in a meditative state, I don't think peppermint oil would quite do the trick. So do something that actually would do that for you. But anyway, moving on. My throat feels so irritated. It's probably because I've been shutting up for a week in bed sick with flu, and now I'm talking so much more than that I have done in the past week. But anyways, so we've talked about using essential oils aromatically. Aromatically means breathing it in. The second way to use essential oils is topically. My throat is so irritated. So, topically, how can you use essential oils topically? Topically means on an area of your body. A lot of people tell you, don't use oil straight up. I don't happen to agree with that, but you see where you are with that. Anytime I say something, if you don't resonate with something, please use your own judgment and use your own intuition to where you are with that. I'm not saying I have all the answers and I'm the end all be all. I'm just sharing my experience with you and what I'm comfortable with. At the end of the day, you need to be one who is the authority for your own life and for your own health. So you need to decide what you feel that resonates for you and what you feel okay with. Above all, this is what you always need to remember. So, topically using, you can use oil neat on any area. So you can use essential oils really on any area of your body. Well, not really on any area of your body. There are areas of your body that you should avoid using essential oils on, and I will talk to you about it a little bit later in the safety. But let's say you have had a big meal, or you had food that you don't normally eat, or you had a big piece of cake and now your stomach feels upset. So peppermint oil would be an oil to use. You put like 1 or 2 drops of peppermint oil in your hand and you just rub it on your stomach. That would be a topical application of essential oil. If you have sore muscles, for example, you just went working out and you haven't worked out for a while and now you feel hurt all over the place because your muscles are like, what have you done to me, and you can barely move. This would be another way or another option to use essential oils topically. You can use oils like marjoram, basil, you can use peppermint, you can use wintergreen, or you can make your own blend and mix it together and then rub your muscles with it, and that would help you to relieve it. Another way to use essential oils topically is to do hot compress. Hot compress is something you do where you apply essential oil on the place of discomfort. Then you take hot wet towel, you wring it out, you put it on the top of the place, and you let it sit there, and you cover it with a dry towel, and you leave it there until it cools down. You can repeat the process. Usually, if you have any kind of inflammation or hurt or soreness, this is a really good way to do that. Then you can also apply topically essential oils for whole body massage. It's also very effective. So, I'm gonna have to blow my nose, I think. Luca was asking me, what if you had a challenging day? What do you mean by that? If you had a challenging day and it's more of a mental, emotional thing, that you would want to probably use essential oil more aromatically. Another way that I didn't mention aromatically to use essential oil is through diffuser, which we're going to talk about more about aromatically using essential oils through diffusing is on the day 2. I'm going to tell you and share with you all about diffusing. But that would be probably more effective. Also, rubbing your ears would be more effective than... I mean, you can do a whole body massage too, but for emotional and mental stuff, I find it that smelling essential oils is much more effective than just physical use. For like physical bothers or ailments, I don't know how to call it, physical application or topical application is much more effective. As far as emotional and mental bothers, more effective use of essential oil would be either aromatically or then internally, which we're going to talk about next. So far we covered you can use essential oils aromatically by smelling them. You can use them topically by rubbing them on. When topically using essential oils, what also is important to mention, that there is something that you're going to hear if you're going to be around essential oils, a term carrier oil or base oil. What does that really mean? Carrier or base oil is an oil that actually acts like a vehicle to carry essential oils in. What if you want to cover a large area? So for example, for a whole body massage, if you're going to use, let's say, lemon or peppermint oil or whatever oil you choose for whatever purpose you do in the whole body massage, to either relax or to be stimulated, to have more energy or whatever the purpose or the intention. What's going to happen is, if you were to use just essential oil alone, you're going to use a lot of oil. So you probably go through a whole bottle. First of all, that's not very cost effective. Second of all, it's not necessary because, like I talked before, I said a little goes a long way. And third of all, you want to dilute the oil with something so the oil can glide, because essential oils, contrary to popular belief, are not oily. So base oil or carrier oil is usually vegetable oil, such as coconut oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, almond oil, jojoba oil. All these are used as a base oil. You can use whatever you have at home that you are cooking with. I like to use oils that are as base oils or as carrier oils. I like to use oils that are cold pressed and they're organic, so that way I use some nutrition on my body whenever I use them. But you go buy whatever. If you have a coconut oil or olive oil that you cook with, you can use that as a base oil to dilute other oils with it to make massage and stuff. So it pretty much works like that. You don't have to complicate it. Keep it easy and keep it simple. Lucas is asking, do the oils have expiration date? In my experience, no. Because as long as you keep them in a dark, cool place, how you store them, then they're gonna last you a really long time. Some people say in a couple of years you shouldn't use oils, but I've had oils that I haven't used, oils I haven't used on a regular basis, which doesn't happen very often because I go through a lot of oils. I use them all the time and I use them frequently, every day. Like I said, I consider myself an essential oil addict. What would happen is you just use them, like you don't want to keep them on your windowsill in the sunlight. You just want to keep them tightly closed in a cool, dark area, and they'll be okay for a really long time. I wouldn't worry about expiring essential oils, about their shelf life. I mean, I don't think you're gonna, like, they used to bury kings in Egypt with essential oils, and then when archaeologists got them out from a tomb, they were still good. So I mean, it should tell you something. I'm just saying. So topically using essential oils, use a carrier oil to dilute the essential oil. It doesn't dilute the potency, it just dilutes and makes it last longer, so it's much more cost effective. Also, you would use a carrier oil or base oil in conjunction with hot oils. What are hot oils? Hot oils are oils like peppermint oil, clove oil, oregano oil, thyme oil. They have cinnamon oil. They have a tendency to have a hot reaction on the body, and they can, if people have sensitive skin, or if people have not only sensitive skin, but also the oil might have too much of a reaction, just like hot peppers. When that happens, you can put some base oil on top of it, and it will dilute the oil, and it will lessen the reaction within like 30 seconds. So it's pretty cool thing to have on. From the company that I'm using, they have a base oil that's called E6, and it's a combination and a mixture of different base oils together. But like I said, you can use whatever you have at home. So we covered topically and aromatically essential oil. Now let's go to topic of oils, using oils internally. Wow, this is a topic. Are you with me so far? Is this getting, like, is this okay? Are you with me? Everything clear so far? Give me some hearts, some yeses, some let me know like that all is cool, you understand, you with me. Because I'm long-winded and I know how to talk a lot, and this is a topic close to my heart that I love talking about, so you can chew your ear off. So, using essential oils internally. This is sort of a controversial topic, I'm gonna say, because there's a school of thought. Thank you, this is awesome. There's a school of thought that you should never, ever use essential oils internally. And then there is a school of thought that it is okay to use essential oils internally. Well, which is it? First and foremost, I'm gonna tell you, if the idea of using essential oils internally turns you off and you're like, nah, I don't think so, this is not for me, it just doesn't quite feel right to me, then I would say do not use essential oils internally. If, however, you're like, yeah, that sounds interesting, I'd be curious about that, see how I can use that, and you open to the idea, then I'm like, okay, explore that. That might be a good idea for you. Now, when it comes to using essential oils internally, you have to be careful though. If you've used essential oils in the past and you just got some brands from, I don't know, from Marshalls or from health food store, and you don't really know the background of the company that is actually making essential oils, then I'm gonna go, do not use those kind of essential oils internally. Why? Because there's not really any big agency that governs or regulates the purity and the quality of essential oils. So if you really don't know what you're dealing with, the essential oils that you might be using may have some chemicals and some toxic stuff in them, and you don't want to be taking those internally. I'm telling you, I want you to be safe and I want you to take good care of yourself so you don't do any harm to yourself. So in that case, if you don't know what you're dealing with and you just sort of dabbled in essential oils but you don't really know what company it is and you haven't done any of the research, do not use that kind of essential oils internally. If you, however, know that where you're getting your essential oils is a really good source of essential oils, and they have a process in place where you know that the stuff is pure and it actually says on the label that is safe to take internally, then by all means I would say go ahead and use those essential oils internally. However, even with the high-end pure and therapeutic grade essential oils, you don't want, not all the oils are meant to be used internally. And how do you know that? Like, how do you know which oils are okay to use internally, and how do you know, even with the good company, which are not? So I'm gonna show you an example of how you know. So this is the company that I'm using. It's called Young Living, and we're gonna cover that later on. But this happens to be frankincense, okay? And I want to show you it. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it seems to have like whatever. But on a bottle, they have actually dietary line of essential oils. It have this white label. This is how they distinguish. They're in small bottles, and they set on it says on the bottle that is an essential oil supplement. When it says on the bottle that it is essential oil supplement, it means that you can take it internally and it is safe to take internally. That's how you know. If it doesn't say that, a lot of times in other essential oils it says for topical use only. Do not violate that. Always check your labels and make sure that if you wanna and if you are open to use essential oils internally, you can do that. Well, how do you take essential oils internally? When you're just first starting out and you've never taken essential oils internally, you want to start slow. And you want to start with small amounts. You want to check first how your body's going to respond when you take them internally. So you would use like 2-3 drops. So one way how you can use essential oils internally safely is, let's say, in the morning. Lemon oil, for example. Marta, you were asking about lemon oil. Lemon oil is a good way to start. Lemon oil flavor is subtle. Most people like lemon oil flavor. It's not like, oh my god, what is this? It's not intense and it's not repulsing. So lemon oil, you can use 1 or 2 drops in the morning, the same way you would use water with lemon oil, with lemon juice in the morning, the first thing in the morning. You can do this same thing with lemon oil. Also, you can put, if you feel comfortable with this, you can put a couple drops, 1 or 2 drops underneath the tongue. This is the highly absorbent area in your body, and it goes right into your bloodstream. So let's say if you're really stressed out, I have clients that actually use lavender or stress away, and when they're having like a really stressful day and a lot of stuff going on and they need to calm down and just like be in the zone, they use 1 or 2 drops of either lavender or stress away oil underneath their tongue, and they said it works wonders for them. They feel like they're all mellowed out and they feel good. So you need to figure out like what you feel comfortable with and where your zone is. Am I okay to try this? Am I not? Whatever, where you at. So how is this so far for you? Another good way thank you. Another good way to use essential oils internally that I like is in vegetable capsule, an empty vegetable capsule. Or you can use a gel capsule, but I happen to use veggie capsules. Veggie capsules are just pretty much empty vegetable capsules that you can buy either from the company, or you can buy it on Amazon, or you can buy it at GNC, and they sell like in batches of 200 or whatever. They last you a long time. And if you have essential oils, for example, like oregano, which the flavor is, well, I was gonna say sort of intense, but it's not sort of intense. It's freaking intense. The flavor of oregano, or thieves, which is also great for immune system. Oregano, by the way, one of the best oils for immune system. So if you got anything going on, any bugs, any things going on that you want to get rid of, or you're starting to get like under the weather, oregano oil, hands down, best oil. Next to thieves. Thieves is also, they're about hand in hand in the same place for me. But in any case, but these oils are intense in flavor. I don't want it to be feeling it in my mouth. It's like I've tried it one time and it made me gag. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't think I can do this. This is intense. I was like, I don't want to feel the flavor of it in my mouth. And then the taste lingers. So what can you do? When you want to take them, you want to get the benefit, but you don't want to actually throw up from the experience. So in this case, what you can do, you can put it into veggie capsule. You pop up open the veggie capsule, you put a couple drops in there, you close it, and you let it go down. You drink like a glass of water afterward, and you're good to go. And this is how you actually take safely essential oils in a capsule without tasting the flavor. Also, what I want to tell you, when you take in essential oils internally in this way, especially the ones that are intense like oregano or thieves or thyme, What do you want to do? You never want to take them on an empty stomach because it can cause stomach cramps. So make sure you have some food in your stomach. So let's say if I'm not feeling well and stuff is going on with me and I need to take some capsule to enhance my immune system, what I usually do is I take a little piece of bread and I have that, and then I can safely take the capsule. I've made a mistake before to take it on an empty stomach, and oh my god, it was an intense experience. I mean, if you want to test it out, do it for yourself, out of your own risk, on your own risk, but I'm just telling you, don't tell me I didn't tell you. I'm warning you, so now you know. Alright, so this is how you can take internally essential oils that are less than that they have less than great flavor. Okay, so now we covered all 3 ways of using essential oils. Also, one more thing before we move on, when it comes to using essential oils internally, when you're first starting out, like I said, I want to emphasize this: do it slowly and take your time with it. Work with your body. Let's see how the body works. If you feel okay, you can always increase the amount. It's better to do it slow and small, and then increase the amount, or as opposed to the other way around. So that way you don't cause any harm to yourself. Yeah, I mean, I have never seen anyone to be like suffering from use of essential oils, but it doesn't mean it's not possible. And I don't want you to test the limits in this way. So just pay attention and use your common sense, I guess. Alright, the signal just went out again. Alright. Okay, so one more thing before I'm looking at the time, and we have about 5 more minutes. So I want to tell you about the safety of essential oils and what to look for and what to stay away from, and what if you have specific type of conditions, what to do. So anyone here with me? Hi Ola, nice to see you here. Alright, so what about safety? Anyone wondering about safety? What to do, what to not to do, what to stay away from? Yeah, I know, the signal is like, Linda, the signal is like, nah, I can't control it even though I like to. I have OCD, or I consider myself OCD person. I want everything to be perfect. This is good for me to not wanting to control everything. But in any case, are you enjoying this so far, Linda? Is it okay? Is it doing something for you? I hope you're learning something. So let's talk safety. When it comes to safety of essential oils, there are some guidelines, small guidelines. One of them, like I said before, and I'm gonna repeat myself, and I know that, but if you're first starting using essential oils, you want to start small and slow. So a little goes a long way, because remember, essential oils, especially if they're pure and really good quality, grade, they are highly concentrated and they're powerful. So a little goes a long way. So always remember that, like, hear my voice in your head. Little goes a long way. Thank you. I hope you're having fun, because I hate boring stuff, so I want to make this more interesting, and also I talk a lot, I'm long-winded, so I want to make it more interesting, and I don't like to take myself too seriously, but I want to share some good information with you so you actually have some foundation for things, and you actually walk away informed, not only informed, but also inspired with what you can do with essential oils. And this is just scratching the surface. We're gonna go, like, we have 4 more days, so this is gonna be exciting. And I'm gonna make it exciting. So in any case, back to safety. Thank you. So a little goes a long way. So let's go with things that come off the top of my head as far as the safety goes. So when it comes to, if you have small children or with elderly people, they sort of, well, in a lot of ways, they fall into the same category, because they are sensitive. Kids that are really open, you want to be careful with using essential oils. And like, I don't want to scare you, and I don't want you to think, oh my god, what I'm gonna do with my kids or with my elderly if I actually use essential oils with them. That's not how I want you to think about that. But what I want you to think about is, when it comes to elderly and children, you want to use caution, you want to pay attention and you want to use way smaller amounts than you would do on a regular adult, whatever regular adult is, because certainly I am not regular. Or I don't consider myself to be. But so you want to be careful there, you want to pay attention, and you want to use smaller amounts. You want to dilute essential oils because like elderly and children have a tendency to have sensitive skin. So if you have kids, or if you have a grandma, grandfather, whatever, and you want to use essential oils with them, just dilute them with some base oil, and they should be fine. When it comes to really little kids, like toddlers, I don't know what toddler is, like it's 2 years or whatever, like, well, okay, so newborns to up to 2 years old. You don't ever want to use essential oils until 2 years old. The little kids that are up to 2 years old, you don't want to use them internally, ever, ever, ever. Actually, when it comes to internal use of essential oils, you don't want to use them with kids up to 6 years old. After 6 years old, yes. Up to 6 years old, no. You can use with little kids a small amount of essential oils diffused in a diffuser, which is fine. And then if you want to use them like locally on their tummy or on their back or on the bottom of their feet, but like little amounts and diluted with base oil, that would be something that's okay. Also, our company, Young Living, has actually special line that are specifically designed for children, so I can actually show a link to you if that's what you're interested in. But like I said, use with caution when it comes to little kids and elderly. So that's something that you should pay attention to. Now, when it comes to kids under 30 months old, you want to stay away from using peppermint oil, which has menthol in it on their neck, either back or front of their neck, because it has a tendency to, because of the menthol, has a tendency to restrict their breathing. So you want to pay attention to that if you have kids. I don't, but I just want you to be aware of these kind of things. And also there's a list of oils that you should avoid using for kids under 30 months old, and I'm going to read you the list because I don't remember all the oils and I want you to have all the information. So the oils that to avoid are eucalyptus, basil, juniper, peppermint, hyssop, and wintergreen. So this is the list of oils to try to avoid under 30 months old children. Okay, if you have sensitive skin, when you have sensitive skin, you want to patch test. I don't know if that's a term, but now it is. And what that means is that you can actually test a specific type of oil you want to use, and you can use it like on your forearm. You can put like 1 or 2 drops on it. If you don't have a reaction, feel free to use the oil. Sometimes what happens when you first starting using essential oils and you're using commercial body care products, and you start using and applying them on your body or mixing them with the products, because commercial body care products have chemicals in them, it may cause you to have a skin reaction. Why is that? Because essential oils have a tendency to have a detoxification reaction in the body, and they react with the chemicals and the toxins in the products. And that's why the skin rash is happening. It can also cause a headache. So if this is happening, just use some base oil to dilute the reaction of the oil. And my recommendation in that case would be to start actually phasing out the commercial products that you use and that have chemicals in them. They're not good for you to begin with, because they cause a lot of hormone disruptions and a bunch of other stuff that we're going to talk on day 4 or 5, which I'm going to tell you all about it and how you can start replacing them. But for right now, if this is what's happening, know that that's a detox reaction and you can use some base oil, and my suggestion would be to phase out those products and not use them, so that way you can benefit from using actually quality essential oils and they don't cause you any trouble. And also drink some water, because that helps to dilute that. And then there are places that you should never ever 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 use essential oils, and one of those places are inside the ears, in your eyes, and in your sensitive private areas, so in your genitals, so whether it be your PB or your vajayjay. Yes, I did say that. What you should do if So if it happens that you just happen to carry or like deal with some kind of essential oil like a peppermint or something, and now you happen to forget about it and you went to the bathroom and you touch your private area, or like you actually rub your eye and now it burns and it feels uncomfortable, what do you do? Or what do you not do, and what do you do? What you don't do is run to the faucet, like everybody always tells you, like flush out with water. Do not do that. I repeat, do not do that. Why? Because oil and water don't mix. So if you actually touch your eye or you touch your privates and it burns, what I want you to do is take some base oil, like olive oil, coconut oil, whatever you have that you're cooking with, put it some in your eye or in your private area. It will dilute the oil, and the stinging and the discomfort will go away within like 20 seconds. So that's something that a lot of people have a tendency not to do, and they have a tendency to actually put water in there and it makes it worse. So just remember that. Like I said, don't put oils inside your ear. Around the ear is fine. Around on the lobes, around the ear is fine, but not inside of the ear. So that we covered. Citrus oils. Citrus oils you want to pay attention to because they're photosensitive. What does that mean? If you actually have a tendency to spend, like in the summertime or where there are like sunny days, and you have a tendency to, if you're gonna go to the beach or you're gonna spend a long time on the direct sunlight, you want to stay away from using citrus oils. They can cause a reaction on your skin, from creating a patch with like a darkened skin to the extreme reaction would be it will burn your skin. I mean, I have heard people saying that they don't burn their skin. Before I knew this, I actually used citrus oil, lemon oil on my skin when sunbathing, and I had a dark spot on my body. Which what happened, it wasn't too intense, it didn't hurt me, but it didn't look that appealing, and it went away after a while. This is what happens, but it can cause burns. So like if you're gonna go to the beach, you might want to stay away from citrus oils. Another thing, medications and essential oils. So in my experience, you could be taking essential oils while you're taking medications, just not at the same time. And the thing to pay attention to, make sure if you're taking like a lot of medications, and I wouldn't be the person to talk to about this because I'm sort of out of practice when it comes to medications. I have a nursing degree, but I'm out of loop when it comes to new medication. But you would want to talk to your primary care provider to see if what you are taking as far as medications go and essential oils, that the two don't interact with each other, and that essential oils don't cancel out your medication, or that it doesn't cause it to have a toxic reaction on your body. So just please talk to somebody who can actually advise you on this. Do your own research, ask around, and also talk to your primary care physician or provider, somebody who will know like what your specific medication can be interacting to. I know grapefruit oil interacts with some medications, but like I said, just check that for yourself if this is your case. And what else we have? We have women in pregnancy. Pregnant women can use essential oils, but there are some essential oils that they should stay away from. Sorry, let me just take a sip of water. And what those are, why and what those are, I'm going to give you a list of, if you're pregnant, if you're planning to be, what to stay away from, what to watch out for, and also why. So the oils that you should stay away from if you are pregnant are, and I'm reading this because I don't remember all of them, basil, birch, sage, clary sage, cassia, cinnamon bark, hyssop, tansy, lavender, rosemary, tarragon, wintergreen, and blends are digest, dragon thyme, exodus, grounding, and mister. Why you should stay away from certain essential oils if you are pregnant is because some essential oils have a hormone mimicking effects on the body, and they can cause premature labor, so you don't want to deliver prematurely. And this is why that is in pregnancy that these types of oils are better to stay away from. And some of them also can have a toxic reaction on your body. So you want to be mindful of that. I'm just saying. All right. Not Kasia, like a Polish name. It's Casaia. Lucas. All right. So I think this pretty much covers the safety. This pretty much covers the safety of using essential oils. I think they should give you some good foundation. And are you still with me? Anybody out there who is like, do you have like, I want to know. I have maybe 5 more minutes and I'm going to tell you like how to actually pick the right type of oil company for you and what to watch out for. These are the 3 things. 1, always do your research. Check out what's going on. So because how do you know? Like, there's a lot of people nowadays, a lot of essential oils are a popular thing, and there's a lot of people talking about them, and there are a lot of people who have a lot to say about them. My intention is that you are actually your own essential oil guru, that you get to navigate how to pick the right types of oils for you and what serves your lifestyle, and what works for you. So how you can actually pick essential oils. Number 1, what I would tell you, do your own research. Don't do just information research, but also as you're research some companies, check out what's out there. See like who is making essential oils. Talk to people who actually use essential oils, why they started using them, what they like about the company, like what drew them to use a particular company and why they like it or why they don't like it. So for example, when I started using this particular company's essential oil that I've been using for a long time, I wanted to get healthy. So it was important for me to find a company that had really good high quality essential oils because my health was at stake. So it wasn't something that I just was looking for, I want to just use it to burn because I want to feel better because I like the smell. For me it was important that I actually can heal myself. So that's why it was important that the essential oils are really high quality. But also I'm going to tell you, if you find a company that you resonate with, check it out, go see it. Not only talk to people and find out information, also check out if the company that you're actually interested in has some kind of process in place where they can show you as a customer what happens with the seed, how do they grow the plants, what process do they go through, how do they get made, who makes them, what the process looks like, and do you resonate with them? So that way you get a sense of what you're dealing with, and is a company actually what they're saying and what they're showing you on paper, is it actually true? Do you resonate with how they go about creating the products and what they're saying? Do you feel that it is actually true? And can you check, is there any number on a bottle or something where you can track what the company says that they're doing with the product, that's actually happening? So look at this kind of stuff. So when you're looking at the information, don't just fact check with your head, but also pay attention how it makes you feel when you're looking at it. Do I resonate with this? Do I feel like, there's something not quite right about this? Or is like, yeah, this is interesting, like I'm resonating with this. So like pay attention to that. Always trust your intuition. That's number 2. Your intuition has always the best interest for your life and for you. So it would be wise for you to always listen to it. Pay attention to your intuition, I always say. And number 3, it's important that you figure out like what works for you, what your lifestyle, why are you looking to start using essential oils? What's it why? What do you want to do with them? Do you just want to clean with them, or do you want to take them internally, or is it multidimensional for you and you want to use them for a variety of things, like where you fit? Like I can't answer that for you, but you can. So pay attention to those kind of things and decide based on that. And then number 4, go do some field research. Go to some health food store and just sniff some oils and experience them and see what your body responds like, because sense of smell is a powerful sense. So you will after a while start to recognize like if something is pure, if something is not, if it's in the middle. I remember when I first started doing that, I didn't have a clue, but then I started to smell oils and I was like, this does not smell quite right, and there's something like weird and like off-putting about that. And I trust that, so you will develop your sense of smell and you will be able to recognize and identify oils that actually are pure and they're resonant. It's not 100%, but it's pretty close. So these are things that I would tell you to look for. and to use. So now go out and explore for yourself and let me know, like, what you have found, like, what you experiencing, how it goes. So if you're new to essential oils, I want you to start looking for some options and looking for some companies and some things that you can start using, like, you know, put your eye on things and see like what's out there. And if not, if already you're using essential oils, that take it a little bit further and start exploring essential oils in a new way. So let's say if you've never taken essential oils internally and you just smell them or you just use them for a specific type of thing, then test it out and use them internally. Like, take it a step farther, like explore it. And in 2 days, when we're gonna come together, we're going to talk about 411 on diffusing. So I'm gonna share with you all about how you can diffuse essential oils, what you can do with them, what to stay away from, why diffusing is amazing. I'm gonna share with you some of my own personal favorite blends that you can start using for different situations. So I know I've talked a lot, so this is about all that I got for today. I think it was more than enough. I think that the broadcasts are gonna be way shorter because this first one is like a heap of information, but I hope you've learned something. I hope you've learned a lot, actually, that I had given you some information that have been useful to you in your life, and then you're gonna utilize it. So give me some hearts up, or give me some hearts, give me some yay if you're still over there, over here, wherever. A little bit, yeah. I can't stop losing my voice because I talk a lot and I've been sick like the whole week. So you know, this is a little bit of a stretch for me. But anyways, I'm having fun. So, and I'm talking about something that I really feel passionate about. So this is great, and I'm hoping that you guys getting value out of it. That it actually is gonna help you in the future to create some foundation so you can use effectively essential oils in your day-to-day life. Really, I mean, and you can experience some positive transformation out of this. So are there any questions? If you don't have questions, that's okay. And if you do, then lay them on me. Also, I want to tell you, like, if you can't think of any questions right now and you don't have them, then I want to invite you to post in the comments below, whether be it now or later after you watch this, and I will do my best to actually answer them for you. So, anybody? Any questions? No? So, if there are no questions, I want to thank you for hanging there with me, for having fun, and for staying in. I'm sorry for the interruption that I couldn't control that. I didn't know what was going on, so I guess the signal just went out. But I want to thank you. And I want to say that we reconvene in 2 days from now. So today's Monday, day 2, we're going to be on Wednesdays because I want to give some time to people who are overseas to watch the video and the broadcast of this. So that way we can be all on the same page and we can reconvene on Wednesday, which is April 5th at 8 o'clock, and we're going to talk all about diffusing. So in the meantime, go out and explore some oils, have some experiences. Use the information I had given you. Use it with good intentions to transform your life positively. I hope I had given you a lot to think about and a lot to process, which I'm pretty sure I have, talking about more than an hour. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Big kisses and hugs. Thank you so much for being here and for sticking with me. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.